Hello, today I will go over my agent hack submission for a deal desk system. The system is basically going through a proactive opportunity inside Salesforce and is able to indicate through a coded agent if there's an issue with the opportunity and if there's some action that needs to be taken care of. For the sake of the demo, I've created this opportunity that I'm going to run today. I'm not able to have the actual connectors because this is a demo, but in real life, we're planning to have this integrated within Salesforce and to actually have it triggered when there's any change going through an opportunity. I'm just gonna let it run and we'll show the process through the actual run in the BPMN workflow. But generally speaking, process is built through multiple coded agents that are built with LangGraph. The agents are analyzing the opportunity according to specific parameters and eventually will give us the results whether the opportunity needs to be reviewed or something needs to be changed, needs to be adjusted, and then the user is getting an Outlook email or Slack message with the notification and he is able to approve it, to reject it, to ask for clarification. So what I've done here is that I didn't want to use the classic Action Center because I wanted to have it a bit more, I wanted to have a bit more configuration, and I also wanted to have it through the Microsoft Adaptive Cards without the need to actually using Action Center. So I've leveraged the platform, and as we can see here, we will see the evaluation agent going through the opportunity, which is basically the parameters that I've assigned. We're going to be able to see the job that runs it. We can see it here as well. You can see the whole graph that it runs. See the recommendation that actually are coming out. You can even see it here in the job itself when it's running. And there we go. This is the request. This is the input that I've submitted. Then we're able to see the output that the agent is giving me. We can see the whole graph, which is very nice. The whole flow. We can see the logs that are going through Python. And we can see the output that I'm getting from my agent with the recommendation. Eventually, through this, I have a dynamic workflow that is able to extract the managers that need to take care of this opportunity. And we're gonna have some sort of a validation. Of course, that for the sake of the demo, I'm just sending it to myself, and you can definitely see it here. This is the email that I've received. I can add my comments and I can actually submit it. I can add my comments. And eventually I'm approving it. And we can see that it went through. And as it is going through, we're going to be able to see that this is waiting for the approval. And on the back end of this, we actually have a Lambda function in AWS that is running the workflows. Now that the approval is received, we just went through the whole workflow. Just gonna let it run again. Let's see what we have here. And we can see that we actually had another request for approval because this one has many managers that needs to approve it. And here on the back end, this is another very interesting thing that we can see inside this workflow. We have a second agent. The second agent is actually going through the approval workflow itself and generating an approval card. So we have this one, and it's also a LangGraph coded agent that is building the whole approval card for us, because this is rather a complex setup that we have inside Microsoft that we are able to use for the approval flows. And we see this agent is actually building it for us on every run. And we can see here that we got our second approval loop. And then I can look at this, I can approve this as well. And as I approve it, I'm gonna get this response. And it's gonna continue running. And then we have another approval. So we're gonna go through the next approval. We can see it is waiting for the decision. It's gonna get sent to the next manager, and that's our next manager that is getting the email. Let's look at this one. There we go. And we can approve this one as well. I'm gonna approve this. This is VP of Sales. There we go. We're gonna see the workflow that is gonna continue running. So basically on the back end of this, we actually have the action center configured with waiting for task and then start task. So the adaptive card, when we're clicking on the approval, is sending an API call to AWS, which triggers Lambda functions. And the Lambda functions actually sending back the task into Action Center. And then we are able to run this as a normal Action Center process, just not using the platform, which the users didn't really like to have another platform to use. So they are able to approve it via Slack or via Outlook. And here we can see that we actually have the approval on the workflow that is completed. I'm gonna show it in 1 second. We just got this email. There we go. We got this email here. And other than that, we are also leveraging the data fabric. So we can also see that we have the data entity inside data fabric. I'll show you here right now. This is the approval audit. We can see that we have it here. This is the approval that we've just submitted. Thank you.